The Diary of a Certified Psychopath. Off the crank. If the restless stomachs of the famished citizens native to Shoreham-upon-Shingle and its neighbouring localities are unable to suppress acute attacks of midnight munchies, they really ought to consider the copiously stocked fresh fruit and vegetable sections within a variety of our collective vicinity's all-night convenience vendors. Not least the swankiest mini-mart this side of our country's self-proclaimed coastal capital, where Santini tomato side salads can be obtained for a 50% discount, provided the customer is willing to accept their organic lettuce leaves will grow limper by the minute, unless they are consumed within an hour of purchase. A minor inconvenience when considering that at its concessionary bounty, this healthy snack undercuts one of Ronnie Mac's factory-pressed plant patties by at least £1.20 per ounce. Naturally, this was of no interest to the ravenous herbivore whose phoned-in takeaway I'd been tasked at this ungodly hour to transport in my part-time career as a freelance grub trafficker. Arriving at my port of pickup, the drive-by branch of my hometown's swift sustenance hub for burger-biased bon viveurs, I met with one beige collar worker who was preoccupied in requesting that two fellow food farriers form an orderly single-file queue on the serving counter's right-hand side, so that sit-in diners and self-sufficient grab-and-dashers would have space to collect their prepared orders. When one of my colleagues pointed out that nobody was present besides skeletal cleaning staff, they were told to consider it a drill for when they weren't working graveyard shifts. I remained silent, staring blankly at the food departure board, which comprises two columns respectively listing orders in progress and those ready to collect, each referenced by an alphanumeric code. My consignment was not displayed in either, though I could clearly see the ticket on one of two roll-top parcels, patiently waiting on a tiered trolley behind our overworked packer. A discreet gesture got his attention, and seconds later my eager client's piping warm feast was safely zipped up in a portable frost-proof pantry, and on its perilous 1-kilometre journey across town to New Road's Swanborough Court, a secluded, low-rise block of flats constructed from plain brick and white render. My enigmatic vegan recipient had texted instructions to use the premises' rear entrance, and supplied its keypad's 4-digit combination so that I could gain admittance and deposit their victuals at the property's front door. After ascending 2 flights of stairs and identifying the correct flat number, I acted as advised, but at my Uberlord's explicit instruction, also snapped a photograph of the perishable goods in their requested location, then submitted it via the app to serve as unimpeachable evidence that my conveyance had been carried out, meaning any foxes who might have followed me in and now be prowling the common parts or waiting to pilfer my client's provisions were no longer my responsibility. £4 sterling was promptly credited to my rider's account for barely 2 miles of actual shipping time, though the 60-minute remainder of this mufti meander threw up no further mouth-watering job offers.